Hello everyone. I thought I'd do a little video on the old Fern Like the Plant channel because I haven't in a while, and I don't know, I came up with a little idea, and that is to do a personality quiz and see what personality I am. You know, like the what's it called again? 16 personalities. Oh, Myers-Briggs, I think it's called, isn't it? I'm like, what's she called? Who is Myers-Briggs? Maybe I should look into that quickly. But yeah, I've just come out of the shower. I am also painting my nails. So this video is going to be a bit all over the place. I've got no makeup on at all. I look very shiny because I've moisturised. Look a little bit rosy cheeked. But oh well, my video, my rules. So yeah, let's have a look at who Myers-Briggs is quickly. So in personality type, I've just put on a lip gloss that is literally called Lip Injection, and now I'm trying to talk and it hurts so bad. Right, Jesus Christ. Oh, it's more spicy today than other days. It's weird when it happens like that. I'm like, oh, why are you hitting me crazy today? Okay, just give me a second. I'll paint more of my nails. Once it's calmed down, I'll start talking. I think it's working though. My lips do look bigger than they did at the start. Oh my God. Also, when you put it on top of lipstick, you get a bit of a barrier. I don't always put it on top of lipstick and it doesn't hurt this bad, but maybe I just got a really spicy bit. You know, maybe in the mixture there was some extra chili peppers or whatever they put in it. It gets to a really nice stage though, where it just feels like a warm kind of buzz. I don't even know how to explain it, like a warm tingle, I guess. It's nearly getting there. My mum has started going down a rabbit hole of getting her lips done, like filled. I don't know. I'm not really one for plastic surgery. I've never had any type of plastic surgery in my whole life. But I'm kind of tempted. But at the same time, I'm like, why do it when I already kind of like my lips, you know? I don't actually have this feeling of like, oh, they need to change. And when you've got lip gloss like this, why would you need any type of filler? Because they're looking pretty good. And also, like, when I do my lipstick, my lips look more big as well, just because of the fact that, like, you get the lip that is pigmented, but then for me in particular and everyone else, I like to lip line on the little raised bit that is still raised, so it's like part of the lip, but it's skin, you know, skin colour. So I just literally overline my natural pigmented lip line, if that makes sense. So, and that always makes them look kind of juicy. So I don't know, I don't really think I need any filler, but I don't know, when other people are getting it, it makes you go, oh, should I try it? But then comes the problem of you might try it once and want to do it all the time, you know, because then once they're gone, you look back to your regular self and you might feel like, oh, I don't like it. And also, I don't know, I just feel like, for me personally, I do not care whoever gets whatever done. Like, honestly, it looks good on loads of people. I kind of want to really like how I look without all that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I don't have anything that I just really want to change. The only thing I'd really want to change probably is my neck. But at the end of the day, I've got like so much chronic pain issues and like posture issues. Like, my neck would be sorted out with just losing a bit of weight, a bit of toning and exercise, and, you know, even just doing little this, like, they're called little chin juts, but you can really strengthen your jaw and your neck, so even doing that could help. But I always think try everything else first. If you really don't like it, then yeah, get surgery if you can afford it. Anyway, this is not what this video is about. Honestly, like, I don't know. I guess it's because it's my second channel as well. I just feel like I could just go off and talk about what I want, because I really don't know who's even going to be watching this. I will try and timestamp it anyway, just in case you are not bothered about all this. I could start a podcast, couldn't I? Just chatting shit. But lips have calmed down now. Obviously, I've been talking my head off. In the personality typology, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator is an introspective self-report questionnaire indicating differing psychological preferences in how people perceive the world and make decisions. It enjoys popularity despite being widely regarded as pseudoscience by the scientific community. The test attempts to assign a binary value to each of 4 categories: introversion or extroversion, sensing or intuition, thinking or feeling, and judging or perceiving. 1 letter from each category is taken to make up. Okay, I will read it just in case you don't know. 1 letter from each category is taken to produce a 4-letter test result representing 1 of 16 possible personalities, such as ISTJ or ENFP. The Myers-Briggs test type indicator was constructed by 2 Americans, Catherine Cook Briggs and Isabel Briggs Myers, who were inspired by the book Psychological Types by Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. Isabel Myers was particularly fascinated by a concept of introversion, and she typed herself as an INFP. However, she felt the book was too complex for the general public, and therefore she tried to organise Jungian cognitive functions to make it more accessible. Most of the research supporting the Myers-Briggs test validity has been produced by the Centre of Applications of Psychological Type, an organisation run by the Myers-Briggs Foundation, and published in the Centre's own journal, the Journal of Psychological Type. Raising questions of independence, bias, and conflict of interest. Though the MBTI resembles some psychological theories, it has been criticised as pseudoscience and is not widely endorsed by academic researchers in the psychology field. The indicator exhibits significant scientific, psychometric deficiencies, including poor validity, poor reliability, measuring categories that are not independent and not being comprehensive. So with all that hate being said, I'm going to do the test. And yeah, might not be valid, but hey, it's fun. It gives you an idea of who you are, right? I can't be bothered to read anymore. Do we really care? No, we just want to know what my personality type is, whether it's real or not. So, let's do this. First question. You regularly make new friends. God, that's an hard one. No. I'm very easy to talk to, like, straight away. I could make new friends, but I'm not in a lot of situations where I get to make new friends as a 28-year-old adult who works from home. Like, I don't really get to just go and make friends that easily. The friends I have, I keep for a really long time until they don't serve me anymore. As in, I've always had long-term friendships, unless they do something that I'm isn't aligning with me anymore, or I don't align with them. But honestly, I've got friendship. My best friend Abby, I've been friends with since I was 6 years old, so 22 years. My best friend Harriet, I've been friends with for 12 years. And then my other best friend is my cousin. So I've known her literally my entire life. She's 18 months older than me. My sister, who is 10 years younger than me, but is now 18, I would consider her a best friend. I know she's so young, but I just love her. She's she's a best friend and she's my sister. But I don't know if I have any other friends at this time in my life. I used to have so many friends, of course, doing college, uni and stuff like that, but I kind of left them there. You know what I mean? And obviously just when I go out into town, I have got quite a few friends that we go out with, and we're all mums, and we all just have our own little mums nights out sometimes. So I've got that. But yeah, making new friends, I can do it, but people have a hard time keeping up with me. I mean, even the mums, right? The mums group that I'm talking about, they've all got a group chat, including my best friend Abby, who I've been friends with for 22 years. And they invited me to it, and I said, no, thank you. I don't think I'd really talk. So I'd probably be a lot closer to them if I was in the group chat and chatted to them about lots of things, but I'm terrible at messaging. Yeah, I kind of do think I need to make some more friends. I kind of think I do. God, this one's got me thinking. I reckon I'm good at making friends because I am easy to like just get along with, like instantly. I listen, I'm very like open-minded, try to make people laugh, but I don't regularly make new friends. So I'm going to have to go with, sorry, now I've done my nails, I won't take so long on the questions. But yeah, I'm going to have to go with like, okay, so I could make friends easily because of my personality, but I just don't. So I'm going to say disagree. Not massively disagree, but disagree because I know I could, but I don't. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Yeah, 100%. Guys, whenever I have free time, and if that's like doing a full day of editing, or I've done a video that day, or whether it be just doing mum stuff. Anyway, the evening is the time for me to just be at peace and do what I do. Those evenings are all so random, what I'm doing. It's random. You might even see sometimes on my main channel community tab, I just post random stuff sometimes. Virtual barber, where they do like the cutting. You put your headphones on and it sounds like someone's cutting your hair and it's like ASMR. Or whether I be listening to trippy music whilst watching underwater fishes swimming around. Or whether it be like playing The Sims or researching stuff, or yeah, I am constantly looking into topics basically, so massively agree is all I'm saying. Okay, seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry. Agree. I would have to say in real life, I don't feel like that. Like maybe I gotta go back. Like in real life, when someone's crying, it doesn't make me want to cry. I want to be like protective, comforting, and just there. I don't want to cry with someone. But what on films and TV, oh my god, if someone starts crying, I'm crying. If someone voice even quivers, I'm crying. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. No, not really. No. You usually stay calm under a lot of pressure, even under a lot of pressure. Yes, this one's difficult because if I'm under a lot of pressure in my own situations, I'm freaking out, okay? I'm absolutely freaking the flip out. But if it's like under a lot of pressure in a group scenario, I would definitely be very calm. But I'm going to go with disagree a little bit, just because I think I do have the tendency to freak out. Yeah. I think you've seen that, guys. If you watch my main channel, you've seen me be like, I can't do this, it's all too much, help me. I do have BPD at the end of the day, so staying calm isn't really a thing. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Disagree. See, this is why I'm going with the first bit. Like, no, I love talking to new people at social events, as long, I don't have to be friends with them, but I love talking to people. So I'm going to go with, majorly disagree. It does depend on the situation, but I'm going to go with majorly disagree because I do love talking to people and I'm manifesting that kind of energy. So, you prefer to completely finish one project before starting another? No. I like to. It says you prefer to. I do prefer to, yes. It's just I don't. I've always got so much going on that I can't do that sometimes. It's like if I remember to do something in the middle of doing something else, I have to do that thing I've just remembered before I forget it again, sort of thing. But anyway, I'm gonna go with the second highest, agree, just because I prefer that, but it doesn't mean I'm always capable of doing it. You're very sentimental. Yeah, I am actually. I'm very sentimental. I am, and I'm not. It's really strange. I'll have to go with. I'm going to go with this one again, yeah. I don't even have to describe why it can't be the full one, but I guess, like, I'm very sentimental to a point. If it doesn't serve me, I let it go. You like to use organising tools like schedules and lists somewhat, but actually they end up screwing me over because if I don't meet the requirements of them, then I feel like a failure. So that's where it can get a little bit poisonous. But I do like it. I'm going to go very middle of the road here. Yeah. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Yeah, somewhat agree, honestly. I'm going to go here because I'm not going to go up to any random person. I don't break boundaries or whatever. But, if I'm on the train and someone else on the train and look cool and they somehow like bump into me or whatever, I'd be like, oh my God, I love your hair. Or I'd love your shoes. I'm not afraid to just like do that. And if it sparks up a conversation, then great. So yeah, I'm going to go here. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. What do you think my answer is going to be? Completely disagree. Of course I'm interested. Because yeah, completely disagree. You are not too interested. Yeah, disagree. That's my job. That's my job. Of course I love that. I always have. And I'm not going to say the whole story again because I've probably said it already a million times on various different types of videos, platforms, lives, whatever. But I've been good at interpreting art and creative work since school, basically. I've always been very, very good at analysing and interpreting certain things, whether it be books, art, music, drama. I am good at that shit, okay? And I might not always be perfect at it, but I know I'm good at it and I love it, It's a hobby and luckily my job. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. That's a really hard one though, isn't it? Because it's like that's not really a realistic thing, following your head or your heart. Sorry, I'm not trying to be too pedantic, but your heart doesn't really make decisions, does it? Your brain controls everything. Sorry, I'm not trying to be so precise, but I am. If it's trying to say you like to think logically more than emotionally, I'm a very emotional person. I believe in gut instincts too. So if I feel a bad gut instinct, I'm likely to follow it. I do worry it's paranoia, but I don't know, whatever keeps me safe. Do I rather follow my head than my heart? I don't know. I think it's middle of the road. I'm very middle of the road. I think you need your head to be logical and you need your heart to be emotional, and the combination of them both sitting in the right areas is called wise mind in dialectical behavioural therapy. So that's where I'm at. Middle. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. Yeah, I'd have to say that probably works best for me. I like to have a general idea of what I'm doing. Like, okay, tomorrow I must do the recycling, and that be like number one. Like, I must do the recycling, and whatever happens around that is great, but I must do that one thing. I like having a general idea of what each day is going to bring. So, I've got an itchy underboob. So I'm just going to go I'm going to go here, yeah. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Yeah, I don't really worry about the impression I make. I think I'm definitely first impressions, I'm pretty good. It's the follow-ups I worry about. First impressions, I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, man. But if you meet me 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, then I start to get worried, like, okay, you're gonna really not like me soon. I don't know why I get so paranoid, but I think it's just because I've been abandoned so many times, you know what I mean? And BPD, fear of abandonment, yeah, it's all that. But I rarely worry about the impression I make, and also if someone doesn't like me on first impression, I genuinely don't give a shit. So there. You enjoy participating in group activities. I mean, I don't really do any group activities, but yeah, I'd say I'd like group activities. There are situations where I've worked in places where I've not loved all the co-workers and actually felt very dissociative and alienated. Not by any fault of their own, just by being a completely different individual to them all, just the way I work and think and feel, just being, and my likes and dislikes being very different. So yeah, but there was no activity in that, that was just at lunch, everyone, chatting and me feeling like this is boring. You know what I mean? So yeah. I do enjoy doing group things, but I don't really do them. So I'm just going to go here. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Nah, I kind of love ending of a movie that has like a real like resolve, like a real like it's like a relief and you know exactly where everyone's at. I don't know whether that's the chick flick girly in me, like thinking of like, I don't know, like movies where it's like, and now they are dating and now these two friends are now doing this. Like when you think of Mean Girls, you get the ending and it's like how they are doing. Or when you think of Legally Blonde and, kind of leaves on a cliffhanger on the first movie, but then the second film happens, whatever. But I like that feeling of, and now everything's okay, or like a 6 months later, or like something like that. I'm like, oh, I love that feeling. It's feel good, makes me feel safe as well, and especially in horror. Horrors can end in a weird way if they want to, whatever. It's a horror, but I do kind of love like a wrap up at the end. Everything's okay now, sort of thing. I'm gonna do highly disagree. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. I want others to succeed just as much as I succeed, so I'm going to go very in the middle here. I'm not more happy for people if they accomplish things and than I would be for myself for accomplishing things. No, I'm very much equal. I think we should all be accomplishing things. So yeah. You're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Oh, yeah, just highly agree. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. I don't really worry about that stuff. I just know that's going to happen. So, I might have a little thought, like if I'm planning something fun, like, oh, something bad might happen, but I don't dwell on that. No, I don't. I just kind of go, well, life is a gamble, so anything could happen at any given moment. So I don't worry about it. I just accept it and expect it. I'm going to go with this one here. You avoid leadership roles and group settings. Highly disagree. I'm a Capricorn. Natural born leader, baby. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. Oh, ha ha ha, how I laughed. No, I'm very artistic because I thought that's all I ever think, feel, do, indulge in. It is my life. Creativity is my life. So I'm not saying I'm a brilliant artist. I'm just saying I'm an artistic person. I love art and creating. So yeah. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? Again, it's that middle ground. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Very much agree. Absolutely. I can't relax knowing I've got chores or things to do. I can't. There's no way I can relax if there's something kind of, like buzzing around my mind that I know I've got to do. And it can get really annoying sometimes because, sometimes I should just chill out, take a day off, You enjoy watching people argue. No. That's so odd. Like, I guess in a TV show, it can be interesting, can be a little bit like, ooh, spicy if you're watching Big Brother or something. But IRL, in real life, no, that's horrible. So maybe I'll go here because, on TV is a different thing. I'll go here actually. I don't see people argue in real life nowadays, not nowadays anyway. Maybe growing up I saw people argue a bit more, and even I argued a bit more growing up, but no. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Well, I can't really say I tend to avoid drawing attention to myself when I've got a YouTube channel. However, there are certain circumstances that I don't really want any attention on me at all in my personal real life. So I'm going to go very much in the middle here. Your mood can change very quickly. Again, BPD. Do you reckon this personality test accounts for BPD or like mental health disorders? I don't know. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. I'm not always efficient either, but when someone else is doing a poor job at something, it's frustrating. Or if someone isn't as emotionally intelligent or aware, it's frustrating. So, yeah, sorry. Sorry, I feel bad. But I know that some people might feel that way about me in certain situations too, completely, and I accept it. It doesn't even hurt my feelings, I understand. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yeah, I used to be very much like that, but I think I'm a little bit better now, so I'm going to go with it here. When I was in uni, that was me so badly. I did get better when I got to my third year. I got a bit better at that because really in your third year you have to be better at that. So otherwise you're just failing. You have always been fascinated by the question of what if anything happens after death. Agree, especially since experiencing grief. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Really fascinated by that stuff. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Disagree. I love being on my own. I actually, do you know what? I might go here because actually I do love being in a community as well. Like when I go to a festival and we're all waking up and making coffee and chatting straight away. Like I love that feeling. Or on a holiday, like it's so fun and family and. Yeah, I do really enjoy being around lots of different people, but I need to be on my own after a certain amount of time for sure. And I can be on my own for days, like really like days and days. So that's cool. And also when I don't consider when my daughter's here, like it's funny when she's here, I can still say I feel like I'm on my own, even though she's here. But it's because she's my daughter. We're so close with family, and we both do our own things in our rooms or whatever it is. Like it's not the same as going out and seeing friends and stuff. But when she is here, it does feel nice. It feels like a little even though we can be doing our own things, it's nice to have that presence around. Or if you do want to mention something, or you want to show each other something, or you want to paint each other's nails. I painted her nails the other night, and just little moments where you can talk, and because it's family, you can go, okay, bye now, go away now, I'm done. I love that. But yeah, I do spend most of my time on my own. You become bored or lose interest when a discussion gets highly theoretical. No, disagree. I love maybe it depends. I love not necessarily conspiracy theories, but I love doing things with my friends oh, imagine if this happened and then this happened and then that happened and then we're laughing on the floor imagining up this crazy scenario, which is completely theoretical, I guess. But I don't know if it means it like that. It might mean it I don't know actually. Maybe it just means conspiracy theories. Or no, I like thinking of theories. I'll probably put it here because yeah, you find it easy to empathize with the person whose experiences are very different from yours. Yeah, definitely. I don't really know what to say about that. Just if someone is going through something, no matter what it is, but you can see their emotion and feel their emotion and whatever, it's not hard to empathize. That is empathizing. So yeah. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. I hate making decisions. I find it really difficult to make decisions. But I don't, try and postpone it, I guess. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe a little bit. I'm going to go right in the middle because it's hard to tell. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. No, disagree. I always second guess the choices I made. Even if I buy something, I'm like, oh, did I really want to buy that? And I go back and cancel it. Or I'm write a comment and I'm like, oh, that wasn't the whole comment. I need to go back and write a little bit more, or, change it a little bit, or lots of random little things like that. I can be a little bit impulsive, I guess. So yeah. I might go here though, because I don't do it all the time. I don't think I'm in that situation a lot, but if I am, then yeah, I can be a little bit here or there sometimes on decision. Oh yes, I do want to. Oh no, actually. Oh yes. Oh no. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Yeah. actually. Yeah, I'd love that. After a long, exhausting week, feels like a week of me doing lots of work, lots of troubles, lots of like frustrating things or stressful things, and whether it be housework or I don't know, just like going to like appointments and whatever. Like, yeah, I think I'd love a lively social event at the end of that. That would like it would be a way to like relieve all that stress and just be free and have fun for a bit. So yeah, absolutely. You enjoy going to art museums. I wouldn't say I go to museums very often. I do love a museum or art museums. I remember going to the Banksy one. It's wonderful, but I wouldn't say I go to them all the time. I was thinking about art just earlier though, like honestly, like this morning I was thinking about art and how like I do kind of want to, get more into it again. Not necessarily doing art, but like looking at art, analysing art, and so on like that. Just looking into the art world and what it's all about, and like little different artists and like, ways of painting, ways of drawing. I like we were saying earlier about the topics, loving to learn topics. Yeah, I think art, like literal painting art, is something that I'm interested in at the moment, which is really weird. And I say I'm interested in at the moment, which is silly because I only thought of it this morning, and that wanting that to be my new topic. I might not even get into it or anything, but I thought about it. But for creativity's sake, I'm just going to put agree because I love art. I just don't really go to museums. You often had a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Disagree. You like to have a to-do list for each day. Disagree. Like, like I said earlier, it's similar to that question. Like, yeah, I like to have a kind of understanding of what I'm going to do, but not like a full-on to-do list. I mean, I say that, but I do make them sometimes, but yeah, we're just going to go like with that one. You rarely feel insecure. Disagree. I always feel insecure. That's like the whole of my being is insecurity. But not fully actually. Let's just go here because like I just think we're all insecure in our own ways. You know what I mean? I just think it's realistic to be insecure. I didn't used to feel that insecure, but I'm definitely got more insecure with depression, but I'm going to go here for sure. Yeah. I definitely insecure. But I'm confident enough to say I'm insecure. You avoid making phone calls. Agree. I hate it. I hate making phone calls. I love talking to my friends on the phone or whatever. That's easy. I just don't like making serious phone calls to like the doctor and stuff. You often spend a lot of your time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I don't spend a lot of time trying to do that. I do like hearing different views, but I don't spend a lot of time trying to understand views. I think I just understand, like if someone is like politically, if someone votes for the opposite to me, I'm not sat there, trying to understand why. I just let them do it. Like, I don't need to try and understand. Like, it's pretty simple, It could be to do with upbringing. It could be to do with class. It could be to do with the people that you're surrounded by. It could be to do with anything. So it's like, I don't really try and understand. I think I've just laid out all the reasons that could be right there. If someone wants to talk to me about it, go for it. I'm open-minded. I don't even judge people. If I knew someone had a different view to mine about like certain things and it's not too bad, then I would just be like, chill. I'm not really worried about it. If it's something that's really horrible, like women shouldn't have voting rights, then I'm going to be like, well, I don't really care to listen anymore or be around you, So, no, I don't. I'll just do it like that, yeah. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends, initiates activities. No. I think it's the middle. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yeah. Yeah, of course. If they're interrupted, you want to get back on top of what you were doing. Yeah. I'll just do agree like that. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Yeah, I do get bothered by mistakes I've made, yeah. But I have no regrets. So how does that make sense? Like, I don't regret anything I've ever done because it's made me who I am today. But I am bothered by, like, some of the choices I've made, but then I understand them all. I understand every one of them. I understand where I was, why I did it, or what was going through my head. I understand all of it. Am I happy with them all? No. So I'm going to be like, I'm going to do it here because I'm not happy with some mistakes I've made. And then some of them aren't mistakes. Some of them are just bad choices, I'm not happy with them all, no. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. No, I don't sit around contemplating it all day. I don't know. Maybe I did when I was a bit younger, but I'm 28 now. I'm over thinking of that constantly, but I do like the topic, it's fun, I like science, I love spirituality, and I love any type of like theory around it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with agree actually. Oh no, but you rarely, so disagree. Yeah. But I don't do it all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna go here, sorry. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Do you know what? I don't know what it is with me, but I always feel like any emotion I have is valid. Apart from, okay, maybe not always. Apart from if I do get really mad about small things, like losing something, like a, hairbrush, or like forgetting something or whatever. Yeah, I get a little bit annoyed. But yeah, my emotions can control me a little bit in those times. When it comes to conflict, I usually think I'm quite well within my rights of my emotions. But yeah, I'm going to go with this one. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault. I don't try and make anyone look bad if someone's done something that is bad and they've made themselves look bad, then there's nothing I can do about that. I don't try and make people not look bad if they've done something wrong. It depends if it's a mistake or intentional. If someone's done something intentionally horrible, I don't give a shit what they look like. If they look like a horrible person, they look like a horrible person because they've done something horrible. If someone's made a mistake, then yeah, of course I don't ever want them to feel bad, but I will talk about the mistake with them, communicate it. But I don't want them to feel or look bad. Yeah, I'm just going to go here. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy rather than organised and consistent efforts. I'm going to go here because I'll have a general plan, but like I won't have it like scheduled, like I was saying, it's not like at 11 a.m. I will be doing this right away. It's more like all right, the next thing on my list is this. I'm going to chill, and then when I have the random like some burst of energy, I will go and do that thing, and not put pressure on it. So yeah. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it'll take them to feel disappointed in you. This is what I was talking about earlier. Like, first impressions are fine. I worry about what people will think 3-4 times, meeting down the line. It's a rational fear, but also it's a fear that can get in my way and push people away. But yeah, totally. I get very worried about that. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Agree. That's what I do. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. No, I don't think it's a waste of time. I don't do it all the time, but I don't think it's a waste of time. I think it's fun. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. No. I would say it depends on the situation. If you're going to a concert, you want there to be a lot of people. If you're going to the woods, maybe you don't want there to be anyone. So I'm going to go dead in the middle. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Oh yeah, to a detriment. And sometimes I could get it wrong, but I have a very strong sense if someone's going through something. Sometimes it's to a detriment to the point of like, people don't want you to know there's something going on. And when you are someone that could just see it, it can feel very, like you're getting into their boundaries, or you're crossing their boundaries, or you're seeing through them and they're trying to put on a facade, but you're there like penetrating that facade. So it can be a little bit difficult for other people. But I have to, if I feel like there's something wrong, I have to make sure everything's okay, otherwise I can't be okay, and that is just from childhood trauma. You often feel overwhelmed. Oh my God, yes! I'm overwhelmed in every moment of my life. I'm just constantly overwhelmed, honestly. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Completely disagree. Well, not completely, but yeah, a little bit disagree. You're very intrigued by things labelled as controversial. Intrigued, yeah, but not overly nah. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. It's so difficult. It's so open-ended, these questions, you know. You would pass on good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more rather than wanted. It's about need. Like if someone was to say, you know, say if I've got an abundance of, I don't know, makeup brushes, and then someone else, and it was between me and someone else who had no makeup brushes, then of course I would say you get the makeup brushes, you know what I mean? But if it's £50,000, I know I need £50,000, and even if that other person needed £50,000, I'd be like, but I need it too, bitch. You know, if we're on an equal playing field, then I can't, well, then I guess it's not needing it more, is it? All right, okay. If someone needed something more, then of course I would pass along a good opportunity if they needed it more. But no, because, God, that's hard. Because needed it more is so subjective. Because if I was to say like, oh yeah, I'm going for a movie role and I'm going to be the main character, yet the other person who I'm competing with needed it more, would I give that up? No, because then I would be putting myself in a shit situation where I would need someone else to be that kind for me, or I would not. I would not pass along a good opportunity if I thought someone needed it more. And that's just the kind of bitch I am. Needed. It's the word needed. Because how do you judge? How do you judge or know if someone needed something more? Okay, if someone was to offer me or like a friend who, you know, had their car smashed and they needed a new car, and they offered me a car or them a car, I would want them to have the car. God, okay, we're going in the middle. Sorry, I'm really back and forth with that one, can't decide. You struggle with deadlines. Yeah, I do a little bit, yeah, I do. Well, but it's never really my fault though. It's like, well, no, it's fully my fault. I can't judge time. I say, oh yeah, I'm going to get it out, like a video out for this day, and then it's not out on that day because I've judged how long it will take me. So I'm going to say agree, yeah. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Oh God. We're manifesting. Agree. All right. And we are at the end. What is my results? Oh. I'm at INFJT. And my personality type is advocate. Okay. Advocates are quiet visionaries, often serving as inspiring and tireless idealists. Okay. I'm 51% introverted. Oh my God, I love how I'm like kind of split down the middle a little bit though. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer yet deep and meaningful social interactions and often feel drawn to calmer environments. 65% intuitive. Intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open-minded, and curious. They value originality and focus on hidden meanings and distant possibilities. Yeah, okay. I feel like I was very in the middle of some of these though, but yeah, sure. 60% feeling. Feeling individuals value emotional expression and sensitivity. They place a lot of importance on empathy, social harmony, and cooperation. Oh, 100%. I feel like that should have been higher, but maybe the way I answered the questions didn't. Yeah, well, clearly the way I answered the questions didn't cater to that. But yeah, I do see a lot of importance in empathy, social harmony, and cooperation. But 60% is pretty high. Oh, I'm judgmental, apparently. Judging individuals are decisive, Didn't we say I wasn't decisive? Thorough and highly organised. Guys, did we do the right quiz? Because this ain't the answers that I was expecting. They value clarity, predictability, and closure, preferring structure and planning to spontaneity. Yeah, I do. I guess I do. I guess I do align with that bit. Yeah. 65% turbulent. Turbulent individuals are self-conscious and sensitive to stress. It's so true. It is me. They feel a sense of urgency in their emotions and tend to be success-driven, perfectionists, and eager to improve. Oh my God. That is me. That's why it's 65% as well. So it's like, ugh. I remember when I did this quiz years ago, I had like way more on the assertive line, but no, I must have been lying. Right. Oh God, there's a whole thing. I'll read a little bit of it. I won't do the whole thing. Advocates, INFJs, may be the rarest personality type of all. Oh, I'm a rare one, baby. Okay. They certainly leave their mark on the world. Idealistic and principled, they aren't content to coast through life. They want to stand up and make a difference. For advocate personalities, success doesn't come from money or status, but from seeking fulfillment, helping others, and being a force for good in the world. That's true. That is me. Well, they have lofty goals and ambitions. Advocates shouldn't be mistaken for idle dreamers. People with this personality type care about integrity, and they're rarely satisfied until they've done what they know to be right. Conscientious to the core, they move through life with a clear sense of their values, and they aim never to lose sight of what truly matters, not according to other people or society at large, but according to their own wisdom and intuition. Ooh, okay, that's true. Yeah. Seeking purpose. Perhaps because their personality type is so uncommon. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm so rare. Advocates tend to carry around a sense, whether conscious or not, of being different from most people. I do feel that way all the time. And I'm not like trying to be like, I'm not like the other girls or whatever, but I've always felt like I might be an alien. So yeah, I feel this. With their rich inner lives and their deep abiding desire to find their life purpose, they don't always fit in with those around them. And what was I saying earlier about like jobs and stuff and how I don't always fit in with people and stuff? Yeah, okay. But I am easy to get along with, but yeah, I don't always get along with, you know, whatever. But even in school, I was always the weirdo, right? Like the total weirdo, but people like me still. That's rare in itself, you know, being the weirdo, but still liked. Yeah, this isn't to say that advocates can't enjoy social acceptance or close relationships, only that they sometimes feel misunderstood or at odds with the world. Exactly! Oh my God, this is so me! Wow, when I was reading the little tidbits, you know, the little bits, I was like, oh, yeah. Now I'm reading this bit, I'm like, ah! It's so accurate. Fortunately, the sense of being out of step doesn't diminish advocates' commitment to making the world a better place. Advocates are troubled by injustice and they typically care more about altruism than personal gain. They often feel called to use their strengths, including creativity, imagination, and sensitivity, to uplift others and spread compassion. Yes, absolutely. Think about what I actually do on YouTube, on my main channel. That is what I do. Use my imagination, creativity, and I really always want my videos to be, even though I might talk about mental health stuff, I still want it to be uplifting. I still want it to mean something. I want it to feel like it kind of heals you, or at least relates to you. I want you to feel related to me, and so that I always want you to leave with like a love in your heart, care, or a big smile on your face, you know? So yeah, that's so true. God, this is really me. It says here, nothing lights up advocates like changing someone else's life for the better. It's so true. And like, I know we were talking about that thing earlier, like you would pass up an opportunity for someone who needs it most, but like that, the way that's worded is one thing, but it's so true. If I made someone happy, no matter what, I that makes me feel good. I am so nice to everyone. Like when I get my food delivery, I always say thank you so much, and rather than thanks, I'm like, thank you so much, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. honestly, a taxi driver, bus driver, food delivery, any type of person I come in contact with, that's what I love to say. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you have a great evening. I really emphasize that. And I know it's just a small thing, but I do it all the time. And I always hope it made someone feel a little bit like, oh, that felt really sincere, you know? And that's just on a small scale. But other than that, I love to make people just happy. I always want people to be happy around me. And I think that also goes back to what I was saying earlier about like how if I can detect some misery in someone or some discourse in someone, I cannot be happy until they're happy. That's why I love to make people happy, because I cannot be happy until they're happy. Yeah. This is so me. Many advocates see helping others as their mission in life, and they're always looking for ways to step in and speak up for what is right. People with this personality type also aspire to fix society's deeper problems in hope that unfairness and hardship can become things of the past. At times, however, advocates may focus so intently on their ideals that they don't take adequate care of themselves, a pattern that can lead to stress and burnout. Oh, yeah. It's taken me time to really try and find that balance, and I still haven't found it. I reckon in my later years, when I'm like probably like late 30s, 40s, I'll really find that balance. But I'm on the journey. I know it needs to happen. Connecting with others and themselves. Advocates may be introverted, but they value deep, authentic relationships with others. Few things bring these personalities as much joy as truly knowing another person and being known in return. This is fucking crazy. How is this just completely who I am? Let me know your personality types in the comments, and let me know if you got the same as this one as well, because it's really rare. So I bet you haven't got this one. Bet you haven't. 1 in a million, baby. Let me know what you did get, honestly. But no, this is fucking me up, because I even have a song called Really Know Me, right? And it is all about the perception of being known and what people think of you, and do you really know yourself if everyone else knows you in a different way. And it's all about wanting to be known. One of the lyrics is like, I want to turn myself inside out so that you can really know me. Advocates enjoy meaningful conversations far more than small talk, and they tend to communicate in a way that is warm and sensitive. The emotional honesty and insight can make a powerful impression on the people around them. Yes! Oh my god, this is so me! Honestly, this is crazy. Kind of what I was saying again as well, about how like I think I always make a good impression, and yeah, I'm very like warm and sensitive immediately rather than standoffish or like, you know, like that. I'm very like open immediately. Wow. Okay, this is crazy. Thoughtful and compassionate, advocates pour a great deal of energy and care into their relationships. This doesn't mean that they always feel appreciated in return. Advocates tend to act with great thought and care, and it can frustrate them when other people don't recognise their good intentions. As a result, even constructive criticism may feel incredibly personal or hurtful to these personalities. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I don't really like have a lot of criticisms or whatever in my friendships and whatever. We're not really critical of each other. We like to build each other up. So I guess not completely, but I could see where it's coming from. And if I was to be criticised by a friend, I don't think I would take it well. If it was constructive, I would. I always want to do better. So that's a difficult one, but I imagine that's me. Many advocates feel that their life has a unique purpose, a mission that they were put on to this earth to fulfill. For people with this personality type, one of the most rewarding aspects of life is seeking out this perfect purpose, and then once they found it, striving to do it justice. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I feel it. When advocates encounter inequity or unfairness, they rarely give up. Instead, they consult their intuition and their compassion to find a solution. With their innate ability to balance the heart with the head, Advocates are hardwired to right the wrongs of the world, no matter how big or small. These personalities just need to remember that while they're busy taking care of everyone else, they need to pause sometimes and take care of themselves as well. Absolutely so true. Oh my god, that's so true. And talking about the balance between the heart and the head, and remember what I was saying in the question bit? I was being all like, I can't remember, but I was just saying like, I was saying stuff like, nah, I think feelings and logical rationality and emotionality and emotions, I don't know, they're both equal, right? I do want to look at strengths and weaknesses just because, yeah, and obviously you don't have to stick around, but I gotta see the strengths. Oh, should I go weakness first? Look at me not wanting criticism. I really am an advocate. Right, let's do weaknesses first because I'm too scared. Sensitive to criticism is the first one. Hey, I know. I get it now. Advocates aren't averse to feedback. That is, unless they believe that someone is challenging their most cherished principles or values. When it comes to the issues that are near and dear to them, people with this personality type can become defensive or dismissive. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Reluctant to open up. Ooh, that's very interesting because I'm very good at opening up to you guys and on camera, but I'm not great in person at opening up, I have to admit. If I talk about myself, I might talk a little bit and then feel like, oh, right, shut up now, you've done too much. Advocates value honesty and authenticity, but they're also private. They may find it difficult to open up and be vulnerable about their struggles, not wanting to burden someone else with their issues. Oh, I think that's why, like, I love talking to you guys on camera and whatever, because you can choose whether you hear me or not. When I'm hanging out with a friend, they haven't got much choice in hearing me, and I don't want to burden people. So yeah, I feel this so much. This is crazy how much like me it is. Unfortunately, when advocates don't ask for help, they may inadvertently hold themselves back or create distance in their relationships. Yeah, I do push people away. Yeah, I do. And if someone was like, "Hey, how are you? How's it been going? Things been going?" I will talk because it's an invitation. But yeah, interesting. Perfectionistic. Oh, God, here we go. The advocate personality type is all but defined by idealism. While this is a wonderful quality in many ways, it doesn't always leave room for the messiness of real life. Advocates might find it difficult to appreciate their jobs, living situations, or relationships if they are continually fixating on imperfections and wondering whether they should be looking for something better. Feel that. At the moment, it's my living area, my living space. I don't want to live here. I've lived here for 10 years, since I was 18 years old, and I've outgrown it so much, and I don't want to live here anymore. I hate living here, but I feel very stuck, which is just whatever. Lots of people feel stuck in their situation. I know it's not the worst thing in the world. I have a roof over my head. I mean, what the hell? I should be grateful, and I am very grateful. I always say to myself, I'm grateful to have a roof over my head. I say it every time I start feeling this negative feeling, but yeah, I do want to move. I want to move really badly, but just can't afford it. Avoiding the ordinary. Advocates yearn to do extraordinary things with their lives, but it's hard to achieve anything extraordinary without breaking it down into small, manageable steps. Unless they translate their dreams into everyday routines and to-do lists, advocates may struggle to turn their grand visions into reality. Yeah, of course. Yeah. In my early 20s, I had some really, really grand visions, and some I nailed. But some, yeah, I don't know. The moment that I had one kind of door shut on me, I'm like, oh, fuck it then. I'm not, this dream's gone. I'm on to the next thing. But anyway, prone to burnout. Story of my life. Advocates' perfectionism and reserve leave them with a few options for letting off steam. People with this personality type can exhaust themselves if they don't balance their drive to help others with necessary self-care and rest. Oh, so true. Totally true. I do want to read more, but all right, let's go to the strengths then. Come on, let's hear all the strengths. Come on. Tell me all the good things about me. Creative. Advocates aren't exactly like everyone else, and that's a wonderful thing. People with this personality type embrace their creative side, always on the lookout for opportunities to express themselves and think outside the box. Yes, lovely. Insightful. These personalities know all too well, that appearances can be misleading. Advocates strive to move beyond superficiality and seek out the deeper truths in life. This can give them an almost uncanny ability to understand people's true motivations, feelings, and needs. Absolutely. Principled. Advocates tend to have strong beliefs and values, particularly when it comes to matters of ethics. Yes, when advocates talk about topics close to their heart, their conviction and heartfelt idealism can inspire and persuade even the sternest of skeptics. Yeah, and that was a little bit difficult when I was going through a psychosis, because I was able to like convince people of like my psychosis thoughts, and I was able to convince them that like some of it had realism to it, you know what I mean? And that was a little bit dangerous for me, because obviously it kept me in it for longer. It's no one else's fault, but I can be very, very, very convincing with things, and I do talk with conviction for sure. And I guess that persuades people because of the passion I feel, you know? That's interesting. Passionate. Huh. That's the next one. Passionate. Advocates crave a sense of purpose in life. Rather than living on autopilot or sticking to the status quo, they want to chase after their ideals. This isn't a personality type that shies away from big dreams. In fact, advocates are energized and impassioned by the beauty of their visions for the future. Yes, and do you know what? Since like having depression and stuff, I lost a little bit of that. But I see myself coming back to it. I do, thinking of beauty of the visions of the future. I have like an ideal house in my mind that I want. I can see the destination, I can see it all, and like I really do have beautiful ideals that I would love to achieve, and maybe I won't, but there's no harm in fantasizing, is there? Altruistic. People with this personality type aren't happy to succeed at any other person's expense. Advocates want to use their strengths for the greater good, and they rarely lose sight of how their words and actions might affect others. In their heart of hearts, they want to make the world a better place, starting with the people around them. Yes, of course, I want everyone to succeed. I want everyone to succeed. I would never step on anyone's toes or necks, to get to where I want to go. No. Absolutely not. And I know this video's been going on for quite a long time now and everything, but I am interested in the romantic relationships just because I am single now and would like to just know, is what I'm like and so on. So let's have a little look, and then that'll be it for real. Advocates look for depth and meaning in their relationships, and their romantic relationships are no different. This is a personality type known for having vibrant, vivid imagination, but few advocates can imagine themselves settling for a match founded on anything less than true love. So true. I really do want to fully just fall in love, just fall in love again, but not yet. I need to fall in love back with myself first. I think doing this personality test is actually kind of healing as well, because it's actually saying quite a lot of lovely things that I recognize in myself, and have it's reminded me of who I really am underneath the depression and stress and painful things that have happened in my life over the last year. So yeah, this is kind of healing. But yeah, I'd love to be in love again one day, but I want it to be the last one. You know what I mean? So I want to date first, go, kind of date around, see what's out there. And then if I fall for someone, I want it to be the one. Or maybe I could just fall in love with many different people. Oh, whatever. It can take time for advocates to find a compatible partner. Some people might think that advocates are too choosy, and it's true that these personalities can be prone to unrealistic expectations. Oh my God, that's me all over. With their perfectionistic, idealistic nature, advocates might be tempted to hold out for a perfect partner or relationship that ultimately doesn't exist. If I can exist as an advocate, as this rare, wonderful personality, then I know that my one true love is out there. The good news, advocates' idealism, if balanced with just enough realism, can actually enhance their love life. Yeah. Is this for real? Advocates tend to be attuned to their core values, keenly aware of what matters to them on a soul level. This helps them look beyond surface level attraction and understand whether they're compatible with someone on a deeper and more meaningful level. Well, I am pansexual. Maybe that comes into it too. I don't really. Obviously, someone who looks nice helps, but it is down to the personality at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's interesting. These insights are essential for helping advocates avoid matches that aren't founded on authenticity or shared principles. Advocates care about integrity and they tend to bristle when people try to change them or talk them into something that they don't believe. As a result, advocate personalities gravitate towards partners who appreciate them as they are. Oh, of course. As romantic partners, advocates are warm, caring, honest, and insightful, and they patiently work to uncover their loved one's innermost needs and desires. Yeah, 100%, that's me. Once advocates do find a suitable relationship, they rarely take it for granted. Instead, they tend to look for ways to grow as individuals and strengthen their connection with their partner. This can help advocates' relationships reach a level of depth and sincerity of which many people can only dream. Oh, that's cute. The power of love. People with this personality type create a depth to their relationships that can hardly be described in conventional terms because of their sensitivity and insight. Advocates can make their partners feel heard and understood in beautiful ways. I like to hope that I do that. I actually think I'm really good at that. In any relationship I have been in, I've been really good at that for sure. Advocates aren't afraid to express their love and feel it with all their hearts. Absolutely. One of the things that advocates find most important is establishing genuine, deep connections with the people they care about. Yes. Right, this is last bit now. Advocates tend to recognize that love isn't a passive emotion, but rather an opportunity to grow and learn, and they expect their partners to share this mindset. Yes, 100%. 100%. As a result, relationships with these personalities are not for the uncommitted or the shallow. Advocates are intensely passionate in ways that transcend the present moment, and what truly fulfills them is the way that a loving, meaningful relationship evolves and deepens over time. In their heart of hearts, people of the advocate personality type crave an emotional and even spiritual connection with their partner. They cherish not just the act of being in a relationship, but also what it means to become one with another person in mind, body, and soul. Absolutely. My last relationship, we were polar opposites in so many ways. We had our things in common, like gaming or some of our morals and whatever, but I'd love to really find someone who I can align with on a really I don't know, in a way where we have just so much in common. I'd love that. That'd be interesting to see and see if I like. But anyway, I'm starving hungry, so I'm done. I've had my ego stroked for quite some time now. But yeah, I'm so happy. So my personality is a ENFJT, right? Maybe I should have got them to email me. I'll just bookmark the page and see if that does anything. But yeah, that's me. ENFJT. Yay! What's yours? Let me know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching all of this. And yeah, I shall see you another time. Bye.